Hello everyone, welcome back to McSolaar, David here. I hope you guys are having a great day. This is episode 3 of what turned out to be a massive task of me trying to swap all the hardware, all the analog gear that I have in this mix for this song called Locomotive with plugins. And I thought it would take like an hour or something. And this is episode 3. It's like hours and hours of me trying to do this, but I hope it's gonna be helpful for you guys. I hope you're liking the series. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, share the video, do all of these things. Support the channel, use the super thanks, grab some merch if you want. Go to the new website, mixbusttv.com. There's 18 mixing courses, including the new Mixing Rock, in which I break down the song, the entire mix, track by track, piece by piece, hardware plugins, everything, why I did the moves that I did, and all that. In episode 1, we've seen the 2-bus. That's how long it took to just swap only the 2-bus. In episode 2, we've seen drums and guitars and bass, and now we are at the lead vocal. I'm so worried about this. On the lead vocal, I have the blue stripe and I have the Empress EQ. Let's start. I mean, this is how the lead vocal sound.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
And this is how it sounds without the blue stripe and the Empress.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
So you hear I'm not fooling anybody with levels here, of course, because I'm mixing. This was for a client, so there's no point. But here's just to give you in context in the mix.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I wish you knew.
All right, so we need a blue stripe. First choice that I have is the CLA. So we're gonna bypass the Empress, and I don't have a bypass on the blue stripe, so that's I'm gonna have to just bypass the insert here. We go blue stripe, and I'm gonna match the settings that I have there. I know the release is much slower on the plugin already. I already know this, so I'm just gonna put the release faster than it is. And these are the settings that I have on the hardware, which are not gonna be nowhere near.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive.
So we know one thing to start. Gain staging is so off.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive.
Let me see where peak level is. Just
You're running away like a spinning locomotive.
let's give it 1 more dB. Let's see where we are.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive.
So we are louder with the plugin, but let's hear it.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said.
The mid-range, the aggression, the saturation, it's not there. I don't know why. Why did I decide to do this? Because it's so much work. All right, jokes aside, we got more saturation, more harmonic content in the mid-range, high mid-range, top end. The action is not the same either. It doesn't keep the vocal in place like the hardware.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said.
It will have to do. So I am going to leave this here and just add a saturator. Let's try with the exciter multiband again. Not this one. The ozone exciter, and just try to add a little bit of top or mid-range. Let me try like this a little.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I wish you knew.
We're closer. It's a little glassy. I wish we had like a high pass, a low pass filter here.
You're running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open.
That mid-range is so much clearer though.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I...
Alright, let's try to swap saturation first and after compression. Let's see if it's better.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes...
It's better. It's still not the same, but it's better. After that, we have the Empress. This is gonna be tricky to do because I don't have slots and I need a trim after the Empress. So we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to listen to it.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
So the Empress is a Pultec on steroid. But I need a mid band as well. So I am gonna have to use TubeTech equalizer bundle because I have low, high, and mid, all of it. And I also have in Shelv EQ here. I have the Shelv EQ on the Empress and the tube drive. This ain't gonna happen. I might be better off using, you know what? Because I don't even have slots available. I'm just gonna use the H EQ, right? Very underrated EQ, by the way. I'm just gonna emulate what I have, which is a Shelva 5K. US Vintage should be good to go. I have 4 clicks, which is not 4 dB, but that's where I'm gonna start. A low boost, just 1 click. We're gonna start with 1 dB. The closest to this would be UK Vintage 1, or I need to do it with digital and just go with the slope. And then I have a 1.5 dB of 5K. Let's go with the US Vintage.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive.
Seems a little too bright to begin with.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I wish you knew.
It's not too far. Maybe I can tweak it a little bit.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I wish you knew.
I'm gonna try to add some THD here.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I wish you knew. I wish you knew.
So I have a trim plugin after the Empress because of the boost of the gain of the tube drive, which is 3 dB. So let's try to match that as well. So hardware.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this.
Let's hear it in the mix. It's not even close to be the same, but
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes I wish you knew.
yeah, this is as good as it gets. You can hear in a song like this. It's not hip hop. It's like 808, a freaking loop and a snare and a hat. The level of the lead vocal is so fine-tuned to be in the music, right? The relationship between the level of the lead vocal, the snare, and the guitars, all the elements in the mid-range, is so fine. It's such a thin line, right? And it's not just level. The blue stripe keeps everything right there at the edge, right? And if you miss that push, and of course the tube saturation from the Empress, it's where you start losing a word here and there. And then a syllable goes like too far. It doesn't matter how much I tweak it. I mean, it will never sound like that. So I think this is the best that we can hope for. Let me just, the EQ doesn't sound the same. Let's listen to it again.
Running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
And remember, this is all automated, the lead vocal level.
Running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously, now it's all out in the open.
It's pinched. I need to keep it higher in level, otherwise I lose it. I'm gonna try to put it down.
Running away like a
See, it kind of pops out like a cold sore.
running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that
This is better. Still not this.
running away like a spinning locomotive.
Power of it is not there. All right, it will have to be this. So this is the combination.
Running away like a spinning locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously, now it's
All right, and then we have the distressor smashed on this one. This is a double.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
All right, we got the arouser, which is usually what I use to swap my distressor when I run out or I do something like this.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive.
Let me see how much saturation do I have. I already hear that it's not, it doesn't have the same grunt in the low mid.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
With this.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
I don't know what to do. Mikey, maybe. Sounds so much thinner.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously, now it's all out in the open.
We're closer though, we're closer. I'm gonna keep this. Let's see if I can tweak it enough. This vocal is so low in the mix that we might get away with it. Let's drive it a little bit.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously, now it's all out in the open.
Yes, I got this fizziness at the top. It's driving me crazy. I need like some dark saturation for it. Let's try to use this one. It's just pretty dark. And do this. Let's see how we sound.
Running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously, now it's all out in the open. You knew it would come to this, but sometimes.
See, the problem is this. Like, it's got the mid-range with the distressor. It's just so present.
You're running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do. Obviously, now it's all out in.
This will have to do. So let's say we leave this there and let's hear in the mix, even though this is very low in the mix.
Running away like a speeding locomotive. You're doing the things you said, the things that you never do.
All right, this will have to be there. Let me see what else do we have. Okay, we have the Rhea on the background vocals.
Now stop now, let my soul take direction. Reaching out while you can.
All right, this is quite transparent. I didn't use THD. I'm just using it to contain things and handle dynamics. So what varimu do we have? Maybe I have the pulsar, which is close enough, I guess. All right, let's try to match the settings. Oh, we don't have settings like that. So we got a pretty fast release, a pretty fast attack, which this is gonna be slower than this. Let's see how it sounds.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. Now stop now, let my soul take direction. Reaching out while you can.
Okay, two things. One, it swings too much on the higher passages.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
And then what we miss is that little top end that adds the West audio because of the tubes. Even though, like I said, I'm using it very conservative because I'm not pushing the input, I'm not using the THD, which would be a lot harder to emulate, especially if I push the input, because that brightness that the RIA adds is quite unique. But you can still feel it. And remember, we are filming this and recording this at 44 while I mixed at 88. So, and you're listening through YouTube. So if you pay attention to the top end here, we're missing the shine.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
To try to do this, I'm gonna try to use the harmonic maximizer. Let's try a little bit of gain at the top there.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. Now stop now, let my soul take direction.
Ah, it's so glassy. Dang. Okay, let's get something else. SPL twin tube. Let me try this. Let me try the harmonics. So I'm gonna go with 10K.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
It's closer.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
Yeah, I think it's closer. I'm gonna put the twin tube before the compression.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
I'm not liking this pulsar mu. I need another mu. Let me try the Pew Child, which is a vari mu, if we can match the RIA somehow.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. Now stop now, let my soul take direction. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
It's so different, but I don't know what else to try compression wise. Let me try the MJUC.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. Now stop now, let my soul take direction.
Closer, closer. I might have to push the compression a little more.
I know there's no time and forever.
Nope, it jerks so much. See, that's the thing with plugins. And I cannot look at the gain reduction because it does not match one bit.
I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been. I know there's no time and forever. Blame it on where I've been.
As close as it's gonna get. So MJUC and SPL twin to try to match the RIA. Still the compression curve is different, the color is different, that shiny mid-range that the tubes add is not there, but I think that's the last thing. That's the last thing. And then we have the two bus, which we already did in the first episode. And now what is going to happen is I'm going to print this mix and you're going to listen to it. And the first video is going to be actually already released. There was a blind test in which you had to pick the analog and the digital, which one is which one you like the best. And I hope you enjoyed what turned out to be a whole series. It took me hours and hours and hours to make this, and I did not foresee that that was going to be the case. So I appreciate if you support the channel with super thanks. Grab some merch, go to the new website mixbesttv.com. There's 17, 18 mixing and mastering courses. You can buy them individually now, including of course the breakdown of this one song, Locomotives, start to finish, all the processing. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. See you next time.